And we are live on YouTube and Facebook. Let's give Instagram a second to catch up. Here she comes. I don't know why Instagram is always a she for me, but that's what it is. All right, we are live on Instagram. I'm going to a Q&A with a commercial casting director tonight, and I'm trying to figure out how to ask what I actually want to know without sounding like a whiner. Good morning. This is the morning report from the Working Actor NYC. Welcome back. We've had a week off. I've been on vacation and went to visit dear friends in Nashville and Atlanta, which we'll get into because I have questions about that. But I am hitting the ground running and I am getting straight back into it. My schedule is stacked. For the next for a while. Actually, we got a lot going on, and today I am going to a Q&A with a commercial casting director that's been organized by SAG-AFTRA. How do you ask questions about the audition process without sounding like you're complaining about it? I know that you all feel the same thing. We've been getting the initial audition from commercial casting directors has us jumping through so many hoops and creating so much unedited material. I am ending up sending, 2 minutes of edited material, 4 minutes of edited material. And the hard part is that particularly for commercial auditions, you know that they're only watching the first 10 seconds before they go, oh, it's not him. Oh, or it is him. You know what I'm saying? It's like, so how do you, I guess the question that I need to ask is not, I have to make sure I'm coming off not sounding like a whiner. I have to ask a question in a way that says, what is it about the first 10 seconds of an audition that makes you keep watching? I guess that's the way to frame it in a way that makes me sound like I'm not a whiner, although I am kind of whining because what's going on with these commercial auditions, y'all? It's like we didn't need to do all this stuff when we were in the room together. So why is it suddenly become a thing now that we have to send 2 takes of 3 different scenarios with 3 different components to each scenario, and plus the walking, they have to see you walking in character, plus the hands. Like, what is it about the hands? Like, why does every commercial audition involve show us your hands? Why? That's so specific. Like, and why in the initial audition? I mean, can you imagine what it's the hands in the initial audition, like not the callback, but in the initial audition, they're going, let's see 400 people for this campaign, and we're just going to start with the hands. Just like if that's a forward or a no more, then like just that based on your hands, we're going to find out whether or not we even want to see you read any of the material. I'm just like, what's with the hands? Anyway, maybe that is a question that I ask. What's with the hands? Why are y'all so obsessed with hands in commercial auditions? I don't know. Oh, sorry, that tickled me for some reason. So yes, I've got the Q&A with the commercial casting director tonight. I will report back on everything I learned so that y'all can learn what I want to know about. Why the hell are we doing so much? Why the hell are we busting ourselves over here? Early this afternoon, I have a class with casting director Ricky Gimelstob, who works with Jonathan Strauss Casting. Now, if you're in New York City, you got to get to know Jonathan Strauss Casting. So I know I'm being submitted for them. This is something that if you're one of these actors who has a great relationship with their agent, and their agent is cool with them seeing the submission report, your submission report can give you a lot of useful information. And what I learned from my submission report, new slate based in LA, willing to shave, currently have all 10 fingers. I'm obsessed. TVTY, TV tie, based in LA, willing to shave, currently have all 10 fingers. New slate. I'm down. Look, 10 fingers. That is awesome, TV tie. I'm down. That makes me laugh. If that doesn't get them, I don't know what will. Oh, y'all. But yeah, if you're here in New York, you've got to get to know Jonathan Strauss Casting. What I learned from my submission report is that I am being submitted to Jonathan Strauss Casting. But so far this year, last year, well, last year I was away, so I didn't do anything. But I mean, why am I not getting the audition for this particular casting director? So I'm going to, I have a class this afternoon with Ricky Gimelstob from Jonathan Strauss Casting, because they're one of the busiest offices in New York City. They do all of the procedurals, Law and Order Special Victims Unit, FBI, the different FBIs. They even do the Chicago ones. Excuse me, they even do the Chicago ones as well. Chicago, wait, what are they called? Chicago. Oh, hey, Jonathan Strauss, I just happen to have you right here. Law and Order Special Victims Unit, CIA, Law and Order, Chicago Med, that's what it was. Chicago Med, Chicago Fire, Chicago PD, FBI. I mean, it's just, they do all of those procedurals. So I want to make sure that Ricky and I get to know each other a little bit today, and that she can see the work, some of the work that I'm doing. Yeah, so that's coming up today. Super excited about that. And again, it's kind of a similar thing. It's sort of like, I would love to ask questions about the process of Ricky, without sounding like I'm complaining about it. It's not so much, why aren't you calling me in? I'm being submitted, so much as I have new materials now. Are they strong enough to get me called in for you? I don't know. I will ask the questions and I will find out for y'all. In fact, if you have questions that I should be asking, so today I'm seeing a procedural casting director and a commercial casting director. What questions, you all, do you think I should be asking? I'm super excited about both of those, but like I say, I am hitting the ground running, y'all. I am not wasting any time. I'm also coming back to based in LA, willing to shave. Currently have all 10 fingers. It's funny. Yeah. As you may or may not have seen, while I was on vacation, of course, I learned that I have been dropped from for now, I don't know, maybe I'll come back later, but for now, I have been dropped from a Broadway bound musical that I had been a part of up until last week. And I just found out about that. So I was processing that grieving that loss while I was on vacation, and going back through my text messages with the one person who had, sort of reached back to me with a modicum of regularity. I had said to them, I don't really feel attached to that project anymore. So I guess what I'm mourning is not the project itself. What I'm mourning is having the carrot of my next Broadway credit taken away. I've got a couple other carrots dangling in front of me in the Broadway arena, which I'm very grateful for, and that's great. I'm lucky, all the rest of it. But I think getting honest with myself about what it is that I'm actually mourning is going to help me move forward with my process, in that. And the thing is that I made a post about being dropped from a Broadway bound project, and being dropped from a project wasn't anything to do with my talent. It wasn't anything to do with the work that I had done. I could see the math of what they needed. They had changed one of the principal characters from female to male, which it had been in the original IP. And um, so their needs for coverage in the ensemble changed. And they didn't want to just add a new person to the ensemble because that's producers don't think like that. They needed to replace somebody in the ensemble, and I was the most expendable. So, because the purpose of my being there, they could cover elsewhere. So, intellectually, I get why I was replaced, but it doesn't make it hurt any less. And so I made a post about that, and so many people appreciate your willingness to talk about the difficult, disappointing moments. Thank you. Yeah, I'm ready to share and happy to help, my friend. It's the thing that I learned from making that post about it was that so many of us have been through that process about getting dropped from Broadway bound a Broadway bound project, or in TV, same thing happens, is that you can be part of the initial stages, and then when it actually goes to network or whatever, that you get replaced by somebody further up the ladder. But I would love to hear your stories about that. So we're going to be doing an entire podcast episode about this coming Saturday. So send us a video telling us your experience, how this went down for you, because so many of you commented and said, I felt exactly the same way. This has happened to me. And I'd love to hear what those experiences were, so that we can share them with the audience and build the community on this shared experience of, sometimes this process makes you feel like poop, expendable poop. And share it so that we can get it out and heal together. So yeah, we'll be recording a live this coming Saturday, 12 noon Eastern, 9 a.m. Pacific. You did the work and you still didn't get called. You still didn't get asked back. The rejection you didn't see coming. If you have an experience like that, please pop it into a video form and send it to us at the Working Actor NYC on whichever of these platforms you're watching. You can DM me the video and we'll share it with our audience so that you can get that experience off your chest. The interesting thing is, I feel like even though the root experience of being dropped from something is common, every experience has its own unique flavor, the experience that's unique to you and that's painful to you in your own special particular way. So please share that with us. We would love to know what your stories are. I have a busy day. I have so much going on today. I got to get ready for my casting director class. I don't know if the particular character that I'm playing in today's class is definitely clean shaven. So I got to get my skates on. Welcome back. This is the morning report from the Working Actor NYC. We'll be right back here tomorrow at 8 a.m. Come on back. Remember, wherever you are in your acting process, you got this. Keep going. I will see you back here tomorrow at 8 a.m.